think we're good to go. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Perfect. Maybe. There we go. All right. Hey everyone. Hope you guys are all having a good day here today. Sorry for not being able to stream as much. I've been, as you can see, packing up here for the trip tomorrow, and just a lot of stuff going on with getting Loki at the farm and stuff like that. So anyway, now I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit here because I'm just been zazzed up, I guess you might say. But hope you guys are all having a good day. I know today was just a firestorm of shit going all over the place here. The Dow Jones, SPY, NASDAQ, all shit. Bitcoin, definitely a full pile of shit. Ethereum here, everything really coming down quite a bit. I even saw a few tokens drop down like over 20 to 30% for some just absolute crazy losses. So we're going to be talking about that for quite a bit of time here. I'm going to try to have this stream done in about 2 hours time, so I at least have 5 hours to sleep before my trip tomorrow. I am still pretty tired here, and my grandfather and grandmother are going to be here to pick me up at 3:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not entirely sure, but somewhere in there, because my flight leaves around 6 to 7 o'clock or something like that tomorrow morning. So we'll see how this stream goes. But anyway, hey Patrick, hey Robert, hey Double O Wolf, happy to see all of you guys here. Armando, Robert again, I guess. And hey PK, K Plugs, and G-Bims, appreciate, man. What else right there? DK, Jean, and Delilah, happy to see you guys here. So few things before we get started here. Loki's already off at the farm, so you're not going to see him running around here. I think all I'm watching now is the cat, but my grandmother's going to watch the cat starting tomorrow, so no more Loki for a few more days. He is currently in a kennel outside chilling with a girlfriend, so hopefully they're able to make some puppies here. They seem to be having a lot of fun while I was walking away, so I'm hoping they can knot up and make some puppies. Let's just say that here. There you go. And hey Sushi, hey J31st, happy to see you guys as well. And hey Wilder. So let's get after this here. We'll kind of go over just an overarching theory here, what's going on. There was multiple things happening. So we saw the market as a whole come down, and I think that was just inflation kind of catching up to the market. Maybe you know how sometimes it takes 24 to 36 hours to kind of digest what happened. Maybe that's what ended up, happening for the market. I know I've been still talking about, well, I talked about this yesterday or the day before. The day before, when I was talking about how, when I was talking about how the one good thing we have going for us at this point in time is the ETFs coming from Hong Kong, but overall Bitcoin's still bearish. I think right now the ETFs are not enough to keep Bitcoin full in this bullish pattern. What we're looking right now is still a higher low situation, so that's still very good news. But if Bitcoin does take that next move down, everybody, you can see that death cross that's going to be coming over. Maybe I can hide this, maybe I can't, I'm not entirely sure. I don't try to hide this all too often. Nope, let's not even try. But basically, you guys can see there's a death cross that's going to happen here if Bitcoin doesn't get riled up. And at this point, I don't think Bitcoin is going to get riled up. You're seeing this happening across all different markets. So this is Bitcoin's chart here. You can see the death cross. Dow Jones, death cross is imminent over here. NASDAQ, death cross is imminent. Almost imminent. I would say if it decides to pop off, maybe we're okay. But you can see that death cross coming in. And the NASDAQ hasn't had a death cross for quite a bit of time, since last August, it looks like. And you can see the market didn't necessarily crash, but it did take a couple months for it to come down, and then before making that larger breakout. So that may be where we're headed right now. And of course, the SPY, the last time we had the breakdown over here between the death cross, you can see that move down there. And right here, we're getting close as well. So I think the SPY and the NASDAQ actually are holding up okay. The Dow Jones is going into freaking free fall right now, and I think that's just because everybody pumped in the money to the NASDAQ and the SPY, and at the very end they kind of pumped into the Dow Jones at the very end, and so they probably don't have as good averages and stuff, so they want to make sure they're actually are taking some profits. Now everything's been kind of bearish as far as Bitcoin and stuff for a while. We've been patiently waiting for the MACDs to turn back up, and just like before when we were talking about this, they still haven't found a way to go positive here, right? I thought it might happen here, 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 here. And until we have that MACD crossover, we might be in a little bit of pain. I'm going to try to stay optimistic about this, you know, because we technically haven't had that big breakdown below this larger support level. But you can see what type of move happened after this support level. Trend line start, trend line there, and it keeps on going up. Pretty big move. We managed to bounce off of that 50-day moving average here, and I think what this is going to give us an opportunity to do is actually have a good day trade to the upside today. We got the market's closed today. We're not going to have the dollar index really moving, so that's going to be good news here. The dollar index is definitely how would you say, decided to spike. Look at that move today. You know, everybody's starting to freak out about the dollar. If we go over here to the weekly chart, I know we've been talking about this, but when we first started to talk about this, it was over here, right? We started talking about it over here. It went dormant, and then all of a sudden, boom, the breakout continued here. And that dollar index broke well above all of those support levels that we were looking at. It's currently hovering around that next level of resistance, but there's a good chance that the dollar index next week actually goes higher here towards 107, and that would probably lead Bitcoin back down to the low 60s here, which would probably be a nice short-term bottom here, maybe even like the 63, 62,000, maybe not even as far down as 60,000, but this may lead us down there. And one of the surprises that I was looking at today was I opened up X and I was looking at the trending tab, and I saw Iran there, and I was like, why are people talking about Iran? Nobody ever talks about Iran besides, you know, if they're doing something stupid. And then I saw this, I looked this up later on, but Biden says he expects Iranian strike on Israel sooner than later. And then President Joe Biden says, he expects Iran will strike Israel soon, and that reiterated the U.S. would support and defend Israel if such an attack occurred. So that means there could be an American Israel teaming up against Iran. That would just lead to so much more chaos, and the world is just in a very, very, very weird spot. I know I tell you guys that I like stability and whatnot, but we're not anywhere near stability right now, and it's killing me. I just want to have a productive bull market, and everything seems to be going against the bull market's way here. Wars, inflation, high interest rates, those are all things you don't want to see happening in a Bitcoin bull market. And what else? Is there anything else here? In response, Israel has threatened to launch a direct strike on Iran if it comes under attack. So, you know, definitely could be more chaos. Oh, geez. I didn't know there was so many ads here. I thought I had an ad blocker on. I do have an ad blocker on. Look at that. They got a little ad on my ad blocker. Okay. But anyway, that's basically what's going on right now. And this, again, kind of reiterating what we talked about a couple days ago now. I told you guys if Bitcoin fell down, we would probably be fine. But altcoins were going to take it hard. Things like Ethereum definitely took a little more difficult. Dogecoin much more difficult. You can see that breakdown we were talking about before. Bonk, Whiff. Check out this one for Milady token. How much do you think this thing fell right here? It wasn't 5%. That move right there was 48.35%. So some altcoins that got destroyed. I did a really good day trade right here. Once I saw Bitcoin bouncing off the 50, I did a really nice leverage play on here, and I was able to make some money. But besides that, I wasn't trading too much because I'm packing. But what I wanted to show you guys here before we just start answering questions. It's a Friday night. We're going to chill quite a bit. I'm pretty tired and kind of just worn out. So forgive me if I don't answer every technical analysis question, because basically right now they're all going to have the same answers. Like maybe 5% will be special, but usually they're all going to have the same answers right now. But you go over here, last 24 hours, Bitcoin's lost about 6%, Ethereum's lost about 9, 8.5%, Solana's lost about 12.5%, XRP's down about 11%, Dogecoin down 13%, Toncoin is right here down 7%, not as much, still pretty good. ADA 15%, AVAX 18%, Shiba Inu down 12%, Polkadot down 6%. So you're seeing some mixed results here, but ultimately there's a lot of coins that are down right now. Anything else that's really down quite a bit? Well, actually, let's just do the cheat code here. There you go. Core is down 29%. Dog with Hat is down 28%. So yeah, there are definitely some larger moves here on the downward side. I think the Faraday trades that I have, I don't exactly know what they're at right now, but let me check. I think they're down like 600 or 700 bucks now. Kind of reminds me of what happened last time we did this. It's currently down $939. This is just what happened last time, but this may continue going down. Now, I do have a balance left over on this one in case we do come down, so I'll still be holding on to these for a while. But if you guys have stop losses and stuff like that, you're free to, you're free to do whatever you want. My bonk position right now is at 3x leverage, and it's down 122% right now. Ape is down 115%. Lena is down 114%. I still got some green in here, which is kind of nice to see. And you got SLP down 130. Basically, some of those things that are down, like, up 3 to 4x leverages, they're down quite a bit, like over 100%, which is pretty interesting to watch. Now, I'm just going to continue to dollar cost average into these, but make sure you guys don't do too high a leverage if you are trying to dollar cost average, because it could be very, very painful out there for a lot of people. All right, so right now, the goal of the day, hold the 50-day moving average. I don't know if we're really going to be doing that here because of the bearish activity that we've been seeing, but there's always an opportunity for us to go back up here. Keep an eye out for this uptrend. Until we break down below this, there's a good chance that Bitcoin can have that rally. You can be looking for a golden cross to be happening here pretty soon. A, B, have the cross, could have a nice move back up here towards $69,000. After that, I don't know, this might just be a lower high type of situation, but I still would probably want to take that opportunity here, even if it's on a, trading an altcoin instead. Look at Ethereum's chart, much more sideways here, hoping for those larger moves, but we definitely got slammed here today. So maybe let's stick with the 15-minute chart here and let's see what you guys are talking about. And hey, Alan, I'm happy to see my man. Hey, Multi-Stacker, good evening from Hawaii. Ooh, Hawaii seems nice and warm right now. And hey, PK, happy to see my man. Nice to Uber. See, hey, DK, it's really up to you. If you guys are dollar cost averaging, you guys have your trades, it just depends on where you guys want to put that stop loss. For me, the way I do these trades, because again, they're very small amounts of money that add up over time because you keep on buying once a week. You can either sell if it hits your stop loss level, and if you feel uncomfortable with the trade, just sell. You lose some money, but you know what? It's better than being uncomfortable and kind of risking it, But just for the future, try to have that stop loss in there. Try to have that planned. It goes a long way to kind of making sure that you're not gonna worry so much when these moves happen. Like basically, I just told you guys my position right here is down $1,000. It was down $1,000 last time. I think it was in January. Yeah, January. I think right after the ETFs came out. We had that drop. My positions went down $1,000 there too. So you might even see some of my positions go down like $1,500, $2,000. We're gonna have to wait and see, of course. But yeah. Just make sure that when you guys are selling and buying and stuff, you just have some type of plan. That way, nothing is crazy surprising, right? If the USA goes to war with Iran, price will go up. Oh yeah, definitely. And hey, Ken, happy to see my man. Hey Raymond, all-time high for SHIB on Sunday. I feel it. I hope so. All-time high seems pretty out there, but if we're lucky, we should have a nice little pop here. And hey, Donamir, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Happy to see you, my man. NA12 converted all my alts to Bitcoin about an hour before they all went to hell. Well, I mean, so I was busy today, so I wasn't really watching all too much stuff. I'm packing up for Vegas and all that crap. But typically what the way my strategy works is you guys are going to be looking at the daily charts, the 4-hour charts, stuff like that. There you go. The daily charts were bearish a couple days ago, so they started turning bearish yesterday. MACD's been bearish for a while. RSI turned bearish, it looks like Thursday or whatnot. But the 4-hour charts here, maybe I could do this as far as a color scheme to kind of show you color candles. And let's go over here and let's make it, that is different, yeah. You can see right here, it looks like, I think the last time we talked was Wednesday afternoon, so probably over here, yeah. Somewhere over here, I think. Wednesday? Yeah, maybe. But you can see over here, Friday early in the morning, something happened where we started to break down. That was that big first sell signal right over there. Usually they've been working out okay on the 4-hour chart. You can see the other one over here working out okay. And then this one, while not giving you the very peak, it still worked out relative to how far we came down. So it's been interesting to kind of see these ones. Even this one over here, it kind of showed you a prolonged sideways movement. I think if you were looking to do a day trade off of this and maybe the 1-hour chart, that might have worked out for shorting, because it should pop up right here after this breakdown. Okay, so it popped up right here. Yeah, it gave a little bit of a warning. This one over here, a little bit of a warning too, but not crazy. Let's see, because it's gonna be hard to buy into these, honestly, just because of remember the 4-hour chart might have been bearish during this time here. The 4 actually was bullish right there. Bearish over here, so you're probably not doing those day trades like that, but still, it's okay. Let's go back over here though. Those also just can be very helpful sometimes, excuse me. And hey, Amir, happy to see my man. Let's see it here. Hey, Alex, I definitely understand that one. I definitely get that. What's your risk management for investing into position? Not so much the stop loss, more about the amount you try to invest. I usually won't have more than 20% of my portfolio invested at a moment, unless I have something in like a stability type of token. So let's say I have $10,000 of USTD in a account. I will usually only be having around 2,000 of that actually invested in the market. Now you may have that up to a 5 to 10x leverage, or maybe even up to 20x leverage if you're going to be doing day trading. But typically I'd only want to have a fifth of my capital deployed, even if it requires a higher leverage, sure. But I don't want to usually have more than that. It just kind of prevents you from going into a liquidation mode. Because if you are going to have like a fifth of your portfolio in the market and you're doing a high leverage, typically you're not holding that high leverage for some type of massive 20 to 30% move. And the leverage will get you there, but not the stock or the assets, the crypto coin that itself will not be going up 20%. So what you're usually doing is you're saying, hey, maybe the token will go down 1.5% to 2%, but I think, or on the upside, it'll go up like 3, 4, 5%. So if you're doing a 20x leverage play and it goes down 30%, 3%, you lost 60% of that value, which means you're losing 60% of whatever that amount of money is you put for that trade. It'll be less than the $2,000 out of a $10,000 account though, so it wouldn't be crazy. And that's kind of more on the aggressive side, but I think that's kind of the middle ground that I like to use. If you want to have more than that in there, you're usually going to have some Bitcoin, or you're not going to be having all of your money in there in a very volatile token. Like right now, I have a lot of money tied up in Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'm still pretty happy. If I had all of that money maybe tied up in a Lady token that just dropped like 55% today, that would have been catastrophic for my portfolio, right? So kind of just depends on what your preferences are. Typically, I like to have around a fifth of my capital deployed. I can go above that if I need to, and sometimes I do like crazy moments like today, but usually I don't try to make it too crazy for myself. And hey, Raymond, you just got back from Vegas today and it's warm, bro, not too bad. I'm hoping it's going to be nice and easy here. Let me see. I got to check in tomorrow too and everything. So tomorrow's going to be a little bit cloudy, it looks like. I'll survive there. 81 degrees, cloudy. Cloudy in Vegas isn't typical cloudy, so I'll be fine. Sunday, 71. Monday, 78. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, Wednesday's going to be 90. Oh, hell no. Oh, well, there we go. Maybe I'll make Wednesday my pool day. I'm not... well, actually, I leave Wednesday, so who knows, but... what's right here? So many bad things happened the last 3 days. Yeah, I mean, it shows how fragile everything is right now. I didn't think Iran was going to be going all gung-ho, threatening everybody, and then all of a sudden you see that we may have an escalation between... what's it called? Israel invading Rafah in Gaza, which could also make Iran mad, of course, but also make the Houthi rebels more mad. And then we saw what's going on in the US over here. Inflation, bad. And the market looks like it took like 2 days to get it together, But at least for now, Bitcoin can take a breather. It really depends on what's going to be happening tomorrow evening towards the end of today's candle. That's we're going to see a lot more volatility here. At this point, we're trying to have a golden cross consolidate for a while and maybe move back up. The 15-minute chart is bullish. The 30-minute chart is bullish. The 2-hour chart is still bearish here. The 1-hour chart is still bearish here. So, it's only a short-term move. But I think, at least in the 4-hour chart, I think we have an opportunity to maybe get back up here towards 68,500. That's about a $1,300 plus day here. That could be kind of fun to trade, especially for some of those altcoins that had some really, really bad days today. Besides that, I don't know if it's going to get much higher than that, though. I'd be surprised. For now, I'm just going to be sitting on my hands and watching, just like we were kind of before. I still got my swing trades. I'm going to see how they do. I'm really hoping they can find a way to get back to being positive. And that goes over to what Swabby fan says. Talking about the Hong Kong ETFs. I think they should be approved sometime next week. He says Monday, but it could really be any day of the week next week. Let me go over here to ETFs, Bitcoin, Hong Kong. Drink some water. So, as early as Monday. So there's an opportunity there. So let me actually just go over here to Bloomberg. Bloomberg might, how they like to do that little game where they try to make you pay for everything. Israel braces for unprecedented directed Iran attack. Next 48 hours. Like, this is absolutely insane. So, yeah, this is a wild time here, guys. Oil shoots to 6-month high as Middle East conflict escalates. This is all inflationary data, guys. This is all inflationary, which is wild. We don't want to have this happen. Okay, so economics, markets, currencies. No, I have to say, I don't know if they would actually call those currencies. Crypto, there we go. Wall Street. Wall Street's counterattack on Gary Gensler hits SEC's foundations. That's good to see. Let's see. No, do they have the article here? It's okay. We'll just copy whatever they copied over here. So, Hong Kong could approve the spot Bitcoin ETF and Ether exchange traded funds. And Ether. Okay. As early as Monday, Bloomberg reported, citing 2 people familiar with the matter. If listing details are worked out in time with the Hong Kong exchanges and clearings, the product could be launched by the end of the month. So the end of the month is when we might have these ETFs lined up. Harvest Global Investments, a major asset management company in China, which was reportedly the first to apply for the spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, and a product by Bocera Asset Management International and Hashkey Capital, could be the first to get approvals here. Let's see. So the approval timeline isn't fixed and remains subject to last-minute changes, people said. Hong Kong's approval of the ETF products is seen as one of the biggest market-moving events for cryptocurrency and could establish Hong Kong as Asia's leading digital asset hub, which would be absolutely great. And, China needs to fix up their economy. Maybe that'd be a good help for that as well, with some growth, some GDP growth. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so that's good. It was updated earlier today, so just a few hours ago it looks like. So yeah, definitely some good moves here. Yeah, no worries, the niche archives. For me, it really goes down to, like, you don't have to be aggressive. Like, you really don't. The whole point of my trading style, remember, I'll make it simple here. I'm not going to go through all of it. The whole point of my style is when everything aligns like this, we see it's green, you're going to make a good amount of money if you just buy when everything tells you to buy. You could hold on for as long as you want to, you can scale it, whatever. But you're going to make more money than those times where everything is not working out in your favor. You see how this went up like this? I think everything was green here as well. Green. Yeah. Everything is green. You see how it went up a little bit, but it actually came back down. let's say you had a stop loss. Well, if you had a stop loss here, if you had just wanted to hear it hit, you know, when you lose money here, or you lose money here, or you lose money here, it's still not going to be anything compared to all the money you make from that move, that move, that move, that move. Let's say you make a little bit of money there, goes up to resistance, but let's say you lose money there. You can still hold here to here, and you can still make some good profit. Let's see. You also got to look at the weekly charts too, but still, the money you make during those moves cancels out the money you lose here if you have proper risk management. So if you buy right here, okay, your stop loss is gonna be right there. You will take an 11 to 12%, let's say a 12% loss, okay? 12% loss right there. From here, let's say you buy and you go with the typical Fibonacci level or something like that. You know, there's always tons of technicals. I'm not gonna get too technical here, but you can see the low high here, and you're aiming for this mark right here, okay? You will make about 7%. Oh, that's not as good. Never mind. Oh, well, I guess you could hold it a little longer, but you get the point. Usually it'll all even out. That was a bad example, my bad. But usually, well, I guess we normally do this in a bull market, not a bear market, do we? But still, it ends up balancing out, so you're making much more money here. Let me get out of that. Now, maybe when you're in a bear market, you might be more likely to short this sucker down, but there's still opportunities here, right? All-time highs over here. This one didn't really go anywhere, but during that time frame, you can see how the MACD was pretty bearish over here on the weekly. So why would you be buying on the daily? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm making this very simplified, but that's the reason you can be allowed to have only 20 or 30% of your portfolio in there, maybe 25, whatever you want to have it in there. Because let's say you just go off of the weeklies, you know, everything says buy right here. If you just go up to maybe a Fibonacci level on this one, just like before, and you aim for the 1 level, because you know, if you're looking at a weekly chart, you're going to be holding for months, obviously, but there you go. Let's say you're just aiming for this one. Let's say you buy at the very top, you know, you're looking at 11%. If you want the next one up here, that's 53%. It really depends on how long you want to hold these suckers for. But typically, you know, trying to find one where it didn't work on the weekly chart. Well, okay, it usually works pretty well on the weekly chart, but there are times where it might not. So you just want to make sure you're making 500 bucks, you're losing 100 bucks, you're making 500 bucks, so your portfolio gets larger. Because eventually that 20% is going to grow as well. Because if you know, 20% of 1,000, a couple $100, 20% of 10,000, a couple $1,000, 20% of 100,000, 20,000, you know, it keeps on adding up there. But it's nice to not risk your entire account. So if you have a bad day like today, where I know a lot of people lost money probably if they have any assets in the market, whether it's stocks or crypto or Forex, a lot of stuff kind of moved around, you know that your entire portfolio is still relatively safe. That's how I do it, and it kind of keeps me from being too emotional in the system here. Like, you can even go over here to maybe the 4-hour chart. All right, and you can see that we were bullish over here. I know the daily was pretty bearish for the past few times, but even still, over here, let's go over to the 50-minute chart. All right, you also had to break a structure here, so you could buy right here. You could try to sell at this resistance level, or you could just try to go for Fibonacci level. It's really up to you. Again, I'm not really looking at all the technicals here like I should be. I'm just giving you guys really blank ones. All right, and there you go. Well, actually, this is a little bit off. There you go. Right there, you can try to buy from here to there. Easy day trade. It went up a little bit higher. In that same time frame, if you wanted to, look for the next one. This one right here, that would have been your stop loss. It did not work out. So you would have lost 0.72%. But in this example, you would have made about, 2.27. I know those small amounts, but with leverage, it kind of adds up pretty darn fast. And then, of course, you can see that we had been in a kind of like downtrend here, so it's even going to be a little more difficult to get back up there. There we go. Okay. Hey, Sophia, happy to see you. Hopefully this is the halving dip. I mean, at some point, I wouldn't be surprised as long as Iran doesn't launch a full-out freaking invasion of Israel. That's where chaos kind of comes into play. But we got like 6 days left at this point. 6 days, 22 hours, and 33 minutes. So basically, 7 days here. So we're pretty darn close. We have a little over 1,000 blocks into the halving, which is pretty good news for us. So I think that probably will give us some good news. Hopefully that's not going to cause another breakdown where we have to kind of recover from that one. Hey traders, my 15-minute live stream isn't working. Let me see what's going on there very fast. I wonder if I changed it up or something. Let's see. I forgot. I have so many little things. So this one's this one, that one's that one. I need to have these all layered out. All right, give me a second to check them out here while Bitcoin's going up a little bit more. I wish I had a cigar, but I don't want to pop open to the I don't want to pop open to the airport smelling like I was smoking up a bunch of stuff. They probably won't like me, right? All right, let me see this one here very fast. Is this it? No, that's not the right one, is it? No, I know which one it is, but it's not the right one. Let's see, let's try number 3 here. I have so many live streams, it's not even funny now. I have one live stream that I'm going to be launching here pretty soon, I think later on tonight, most likely. And that one should do well. That one's going to be a 4-hour chart like the one I just showed you a few minutes ago, where it's going to give you those red candles ahead of time. So you guys don't have to watch it 24/7. But if you guys are ever just like, oh, you know, I see that one, you can go like that. Or you can check it out for like a few minutes and say, oh, I see everything's red on this chart. Maybe I should just double check my strategies and whatnot. I don't actually see that one right here. I might have accidentally skipped it. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so it might be working better now. Yeah, I think it should be working now, I think. Let me refresh this. Something happened where a bunch of stuff popped out, so it might have just been a glitch. But I think it should be working now, so that should be fine. Yeah, it should be working now. There we go. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about the little wait, guys. It was a good buying opportunity. Oh yeah, I bought some Lady. I made some good money off of that one. Made up for all the money I lost today on the market going back down. Feeling about buying Mira or Whiff? I think overall both of them are going to be fine, but it's still that dollar cost mentality, dollar cost averaging mentality for everything. The only things that I really swung into this time were Bitcoin, and I did a third Bitcoin buy-in today, so I'm hoping they're okay. I just really want to see Bitcoin itself have that MACD turn positive. I'll get much more bullish at that point, but we're still not even close to there apparently. I guess we've been hovering on the edge for like the past week. But I would say, yeah, both those are good opportunities. Whiff is probably my favorite of the two because it does have a good market cap history. Miro, much higher market cap. I have been buying that as well. Just, you know, of course, it doesn't take a lot of money to make a lot of money with that type of token. So I typically won't be putting too much money into it. I think right now I have like maybe $200, which is pretty good. And then I think I got, well, actually $200 and then maybe like another $100 in leverage or something like that. So still pretty worked out pretty well. $130 of leverage, I think. My alts are screaming. Oh, dude, same thing here. Same thing here. Any thoughts on Jasmine? It's going through some pain right now, isn't it? Yeah. I'd still be like a dollar cost average mentality, but most of these coins, it's the same thing across the board. They're all still bearish and they need to find some level of support. When they're able to do that, we'll get much more excited. I was hoping that Bitcoin would still find a way to stay afloat and that would kind of stop the bleeding from the altcoins, but it just wasn't able to happen. I wasn't seeing that that secondary bounce, say, from that dollar index. Let's go maybe to the hourly chart so you can see kind of the chaos that happened. So this is Wednesday, right? Came up, CPI data, some volatility, whatnot. I was not seeing this secondary one coming up Friday. Thursday, the data came out and everybody was like, okay, well, you know, it's volatile, but it's okay. Today, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't think there was much important data. Like if you go over here to CNBC or anything like that, they're probably just going to talk about inflation. And it wasn't so much as, you know, economic data coming out. Like U.S. crude oil gains as Israel reportedly prepares for attack by Iran this weekend. The world's kind of on fire and we have nobody to kind of put out the fire. Bloomberg. I would to go to Fox Business, but Fox Business's homepage is just atrocious. I hate looking at it. I like their TV a little bit to kind of understand what's happening, but their front page has always just been the biggest clusterfuck ever. Let's see. There you go. Bloomberg. Israel braces for unprecedented direct Iran attack. I mean, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of like, we're gonna bomb the shit out of Iran. But see, I don't think we'd even try to bomb the shit out of Iran. I think we would try to bomb their military outposts so they wouldn't feel threatened at all. You know what I mean? It'd be organized chaos, but that organized chaos, as you guys have seen, it lasts for so long. Remember back in the day when the Romans would conquer up, you know, you got to start doing some dirty work here. And America's not good anymore with the dirty work because, you know, we have morals and ethics, probably rightfully so. But my God, it's everything costs more money now because of it. Let's see. The Masters. I'm excited about the Masters. New York City sees increase in human infections from rat urine. Like, why do they make stories like this? Like Bloomberg, this is not what I want to read about. New airline Bark bets on $6,000 flights for dogs. Hey, that's what I'm trying to do. See, that's nice. Okay, but yeah, they're not. Dow tumbles 475 points. S&P and 500 suffers worst day since January. It's not even a terrible day. Remember, they're saying it's the worst day since January. The SPY was down 1.38%, the NASDAQ was down 1.66%, and the Dow Jones was down 1.24%. This was not like a terrible day for the stock market. It was a terrible day for the crypto markets. But even still, cryptocurrency is still holding up pretty strong. Before we go over the news article here, just remember, Bitcoin is still at the level we were at back in March 18th, March 11th, all the way back over here, March 4th. You know, it's not like we've just like gone into oblivion or something. What I think is happening is altcoins have definitely bled out during this time. It almost makes me think like, you know, altcoins are in this type of stage where, let's see if we can find one. Hey, here's Matic. It's like altcoins are in like this type of stage or this type of stage over here. I'm not entirely sure. It's weird to see it like this. Because you can see Matic was breaking out for a while, then boom, got knocked back down, and now it's back at that support level here pretty nicely, actually. Back over here to 15. There you are. Let's see. So inflation and geopolitical worries once again dented investor sentiment. JP Morgan Chase shares declined more than 6% after the banking giant posted its first quarter results. Oh, ouch. Okay. Banks came down. Oil coming up. I think what's happening right now is if Iran invades Israel, oil prices go up like crazy even more. That leads to more inflation, which leads to higher interest rates or prolonged high inflation rates. Interest rates, excuse me. I mean, you can see when the news came out this morning, it's come back down though, you know. 4-hour chart, we're still holding steady. Now we've been going up, we've been going up for a while, that's sure, but we are holding up okay. We did make a new, is this a new high though? Probably is. Let's go over here to the magnet. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for that. There you go. 87.60, 87.59. So we did make a new high over here for the past few months. That's not good at all. Yeah, so we're having some larger moves. If Iran invades this weekend, it's just gonna be a spike in the price of oil, though. That's not gonna make anybody happy because remember, energy inflation's finally started to go back up now. And Bitcoin's still coming back up, so altcoins are gonna find some ground here pretty soon. See, dollar cost average. Oh, sorry, I doubled down on the dip. Hopefully the market turns to the upside. DCA and buy the dip and hold helps me sleep at night. Is it just me? It's nice to not have so much of your portfolio invested because then you don't have to worry about it as much. I think people have to feel a need, like they have to feel like the market's going wild for them to make some money. But usually the way I learned was like I was already profitable at the beginning. So I learned to just keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Most people learn a more radical form of trading starting off, and then as they become more full-time, they moderate their position. I've always been moderate, but luckily enough for me, I was a marketing director and whatnot downtown Seattle. I had much more capital to start with. Sure, I lost $10,000 learning how to trade, but once I kind of got a simple strategy that worked out for me, especially swing trading stocks and options, it was much easier for me to just kind of stay the course because I saw, if I was making $100 a week, that turned into 150, then 200, then 300, then 400, then 5, then it kind of jumps up quite a bit afterwards because you can kind of allocate more money because you're more confident. But it's better just to kind of keep it slow for a while until you get that confidence in there. The confidence should come from you making money though, not because the market's going up high. And thanks, Multi-Stack, I appreciate it. Airlines would like you to be fresh on the plane. All the TSA are expecting the worst, so you're a gift. Arrest Netanyahu. What do you call? I don't even know what's going on over there right now. I don't keep track of all the politics when it comes to the Middle East, but I do know there is a lot of chaos out there, and I know if Iran decides to start pummeling Israel with missiles or something like that, God, there's gonna just be so much chaos over there. So much chaos. Injective. I think it's gonna hold up pretty well. Give it some time to get its footing. Just like with most of these coins here, it has to find its footing, then it has to make that rebound there. And hey, Jerry, happy to see you. I'm hoping the whole crypto will become pumped as a result of the global ETFs for Bitcoin. I send healing vibes to the Mideast. What do you call? If the announcement comes Monday or Tuesday, whenever, Bitcoin will have a pop. It'll be a very nice pop. Then I think what's going to happen is people should start gearing up for another big wave. I don't know if that'll translate to the stock market, but I would bet it's going to have a pretty profound effect in the crypto markets, and it'll really drive Bitcoin up and Ethereum. Altcoins, they'll probably just be dragged up from there. But I'm just going to keep on dollar cost averaging. So if we do have that big move, I have some skin in the game. Almost $1 billion liquidated today. Oh, I saw the tweets coming in every few minutes from that whale trade guy. I just saw him, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. I got my buddy into investing in Bitcoin, and I had him hold USD until the dip today, invest portion of it. That's good. It's nice when you're not buying at the all-time highs and whatnot. And hey, Kilo, 42 minutes late. Oh, don't worry. World War III watch this weekend. Yeah. It's gonna be chaotic. I don't know. I really just wish we had some semblance of like order. America needs to have that, like, what's that saying? We learned it in school, all of us. Speak softly and walk with a big stick. So like, don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. If you fuck, like, oh, they fuck with us. Oh, boom. Now you got the shit beat out of you. We need to have that same type of mentality. I think people right now just hear us speaking softly with no big stick behind us. And I think that's causing people to, like, get a little bit more riled up. not everybody wants the USA to be the world leader, because we know we obviously do some crazy stuff, stuff to say the least. But you know, what empire doesn't do crazy stuff to preserve its power? That's been the what do you call it? Since the dawn of time and the Sumerians out in the Euphrates River, I think it was. You know, it's the way things go. We haven't changed all too much, besides maybe we get some fancier technology, some fancier weapons. But I don't know. When I do forecasting, when I talk about cryptocurrency, what could be happening, I'm never thinking, oh wow, there's going to be a huge Middle East conflict that's going to fuck everything up. I just despise that type of stuff. It just drives me absolutely nuts. Oh, Teddy Roosevelt, good old Teddy. I like that he rode a horse in a battle like in the Caribbean. Most epic thing ever. But yeah, it's been an interesting time here, because luckily for me, at this point, Loki's living it up at the farm right now. He's they have this really cool outside kennel that Loki loves. So it's like a big, like I can walk inside of it. It's that tall. And basically Loki's in there with a couple blankets and a bed, and he has a girlfriend there. So they're going to be chilling out all night together, cuddling up. And hopefully, if Loki's lucky, he'll be allowed to mount her. He's tried a few times. He's actually kind of clumsy with it right now, which is hilarious. Normally, he's not that clumsy, but with this girl, he's just very clumsy with it. And she's allowing him. She's not snaking away as much as she was before. She's rubbing up against him and swaying him over. So when I was trying to leave, Loki was whining a little bit for me. And then once I got in my car, he kind of just, was like, okay, he must be leaving. He'll be back eventually. But as I was trying to wave to him, he wasn't even paying attention to me. He was checking out the girl. He was trying to mount her as I was leaving the gate, the driveway. So Loki's doing good. I'm doing good. I strained my back this morning playing with Loki because I was trying to tire him out. And oh God, I felt like I was a fucking ancient old guy. But I'm almost done packing. That's very, very nice. I got some electronics that I have to charge. I have my Sennheiser headphones over there. I also have these Sony ones. I think the Sony ones I'm going to leave here. I don't need two headphones in Vegas. These headphones are pretty nice though. And then just packing and stuff. I can't take my lighter on the plane because of course it's a lighter. There's only a little bit of fuel left in here though. But it's always fun to play with the lighter. But yeah, I'm almost ready for the trip tomorrow. I leave in what time is it? 10 o'clock, so 10, 11, 12. So I pretty much have to be up in like 5 hours, so that'll be fun. But I'll get through it. Loki's in love. Oh, I know. So what do you call paper? What we all? We don't have a big stick. We have a Biden. Okay. Even though I think Biden is definitely not the best president, I want to believe that he can do something. You know what I mean? I want to believe. I want to believe that all the advisors in the White House and stuff, and the DOJ and the Pentagon, I want to believe they can kind of convince him to do something. Or maybe all those people are just as smart as Biden. I don't know. It's a weird thing though. It's a very weird thing to see. I don't know how things get better. I really don't. You could say elections and whatnot, but I don't know if Trump or JFK, RFK, I don't necessarily know if they're going to be much better. Well, I guess Trump liked to bomb the shit out of people, so maybe that might actually work a little bit more. We didn't have all the wars and stuff, but still, maybe it takes more time to undo kind of the chaos that we've unleashed upon the world. That's a whole bunch of stuff there. But Loki is in love. Yes, he is. Her name is Emma. And she's very, very sweet. She's a timid dog because she was abused growing up, but she's come to like me a little bit. As long as I kind of like get down to her level, she comes over, she lets me pet her and stuff. I got her legs, so she was like scratching. Ooh, she's like, ooh, yeah. But she's trying to let Loki mount her, but Loki's a little flustered guy. He's a little father virgin. He's never made puppies before. He's humped couches, he's humped pillows, he's humped other dogs, but he's never humped another German Shepherd before. So he doesn't have many opportunities. You usually don't see too many German Shepherds at the parks and whatnot. So I think this time he'll have the opportunity, and I'm hoping that he'll be able to get the job done. And then the people watching him, they're basically just waiting for a yelp, because apparently once they mingle, she will not, and basically everything tightens, so Loki's kind of stuck inside, and then she yelps because he's trying to pull out and he can't pull out. So it'll be interesting. It's weird because when you talk about dogs and mating and stuff like that. I forget how everybody uses the word, bitch regularly. Like, it's not even like an offensive word. They just, like, it's just a word that they use over and over and over and over again. I'm like, oh damn, I totally forgot about that. It makes me laugh, and I feel immature for laughing at it. But at the same time, I really hope that Loki can get some puppies. I don't want any of the puppies, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be happy to grab some of them. Beautiful little German Shepherd puppies. I doubt they'd be crazy expensive, but that's not for me. I'm not making any money off the puppies. The only way they're going to keep one of the puppies, I think, is if it turns out to be white. If there's a white puppy in there, I'm going to love that sucker. I'm going to get to know that little boy or girl, because it's hard to pass down the white genes from each generation. Loki more like Lucky. And AT-Boon, right now, Bitcoin, as far as that next level that we were just talking about, we were talking about it possibly getting back up here to 68,548, maybe as far as up here at 69,500. These moving averages are going to be kind of important. If you want something other than that, you could be looking at getting back up here to $69,000, or on the downward side, closer to $63,500. Probably closer to $64,000 though. The one thing I would just say is, if you guys are going to try to do some short-term trades, please have those stop losses. If Iran is imminently about to attack Israel, when that happens, you're most likely going to see Bitcoin just go boop and pop down on the downward side. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, be very, very careful. It's going to be very hard to trade right now if you guys don't have that stop loss, because you may buy right here, and it may come back down a little bit, keep on going higher. But as a normal Bitcoin move, you buy, goes up a little bit, higher lows, goes up. Iran attacks over here, the big eye. It'll just be bad. But you can help yourself by having a stop loss there or having a stop loss there to make sure if it doesn't go your way and Iran interferes, boom, you lose money, but at least you're not losing a bunch of money. I guess that's probably the best way to talk about it. I'm hoping that Iran doesn't affect my travel to Vegas tomorrow. I very much doubt it will be, but I hope it doesn't. And hey, HB, happy to see you. Hey, Critical Thinker, just said that right there about the resistance levels. I really hope you enjoyed the full flight. All the glory to flight and the progress to mankind. Do German Shepherds think that labs are stupid? I don't think so. I don't think Loki's ever met a lab, though. I don't think Loki's ever met a lab in his life. I actually don't know. Heck, today I was at the farm for like a good hour, just kind of making sure everybody was acclimated and stuff. And this female, she really likes Loki. They look each other in the face, they cuddle up, and then they run together, right? But when Loki, she's kind of in heat right now, right? So she has a smell on her in her nether region. Loki will go over there and lick her and kind of sniff it. And then what basically happens is every time he does that, the male dog that's there, he's a little bit older, he gets very aggressive and kind of growls at Loki because of that. So I was kind of making sure they weren't going to get into any tussles or whatnot. But they got Loki and that dog got into a little bit of a fight. Loki won the fight. He always wins the fight. He's a nice little, war dog, if you will. But what happens to Loki is once he gets in that mood, remember, he's not neutered. And I think a lot of people are used to having neutered dogs and not knowing all the testosterone that gets pumped up into their system when they're ready to go. Loki will start getting all frothy in the mouth. Not like a rabies froth, but like just saliva pouring out of his mouth because he's like, let's go for it. And so he just gets out of control. And that's why I'm hoping that they're gonna mate. They have a lot easier time when no one's watching, apparently, which is kind of, I guess, normal. Maybe no, I don't know. I don't know for dogs if it's normal or not. But I'm hoping they can knot up and have some babies. It'd be really nice. I just want to have Loki have a little family, He'll have a family before I have a family. Holy shit. But he doesn't have to worry about paying for the kids. Just light some candles, put on some jazz, and set the mood. Puppies in no time. You know what? They have their own private little house on the ranch, and then they also get to look at the moonlight together, and it'll be very romantic. They're also next to the chicken coop, so maybe the chickens can serenade them or something like that. Oh man, it'll be interesting. I would love a Loki pup. If he has pups, I'll let you guys know. I'll tell you exactly where you can pick him up, and I'll give you the information. I don't think she would mind me promoting them at all. I just hope that he has the pups, because if he doesn't have the pups right now, I think she'd have like a month of like a good window to have babies, and then it'd probably take another 5 to 6 months for that window to open up again. But anytime that they are there, you know, anytime that I have to go somewhere now, I can just leave them together, and hopefully she just randomly turns up in heat, and boom, you know, puppies can be born a few months later, maybe a few months later, you know, a little bit longer. Am I still a fan of Ocean? Yes. The thing about Ocean though is I closed my swing trades on those as far as leverage, only because of the stuff that's going to be happening with Ocean, Ajax, and the what's the other one? Ocean, Ajax, and Fetch with the little alliance. But I still have the spot tokens there. Yeah. Basically just waiting for the AI. What I'm actually waiting for right now is I'm waiting for Sora AI to have a launch, and then it'll be a really good time. Coinbase stop loss sucks if the market moves too fast, it doesn't go through. Yeah, Coinbase has some issues. It's still better than a lot of other platforms out there, but it does definitely have some issues there. UFC 300 tomorrow, bro. You're going to take part in the festivities? Oh, is UFC 300 there in Vegas? Oh, let's see. Let me see. Oh, it's in Paradise, Nevada. I have no idea what Paradise is. Oh, okay, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, April. Oh, I don't know. Wonder how much tickets are. Events upcoming. Let's see. Tickets. Wonder how much these bad boys cost. This is why I need to have contacts in Vegas. Maybe I can get my hotel to get them for me? I'm not entirely sure. So 400 to 6,000, 2,000 Octagon. Wouldn't be bad to sit back here. Oh shit, there's no spots left. This thing is gonna be wild. Maybe over here. $4,000. Oh fuck that for that. I need to become somebody who I can get my free tickets. But 1,500, that's not actually totally bad. And it has an aisle seat too. That's kind of reasonable. Over here, how much? $6,000? Oh, they need to give me some free seats over here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll see some of them around Las Vegas while I'm out that night, though. That could be pretty fun. If it wasn't $1,500 and $1,600, yeah, I'd probably pay for it. But I was thinking more of like the realm of like a few $100, not thousands of dollars. Light some candles, dog treats. He has a bunch of food out there. He has some treats, and he has blankets and everything. A little bit of warm lights, you know. I remember one time in Mexico I felt that way. And hey, Sal, Fear and Greed looking really good. Ooh, that's nice to see right there too. Well, you know, we've come down a lot. We deserve to be a little bit more fearful. Cats are why dogs were invented. Oh yes, yeah. I mean, I have a cat, but it's my sister's cat. It's okay. It's okay. It's kind of smug. V-Chain for UFC V-Chain? I mean, I like the fact that they have those types of things. I wonder. I need to find some crypto guys that know about these types of events. Most people in the crypto community, they don't watch UFC, but they might have context for the fight, which could be interesting. And then Max Millie, oh yeah, Bitcoin definitely took a big move here. Zelensky versus Putin? Oh, that'd be a matchup. That'd be kind of fun to watch. I mean, Zelensky would probably beat the shit out of Putin, but still be fun to watch, you know? There wouldn't be much mystique behind it. Well, maybe. Maybe they could each bring a bear into the ring along with them, so it could be like, you know, only the bears walk out. V-Chain got a new NFC something gloves this fight, sponsoring V-Chain. Oh, that'd be really nice to see. I mean, I was watching F1 the other day as I was out at the cigar lounge. And yeah, I think I was watching it from like maybe 10 o'clock to midnight or something. It was last Friday or something. And I saw a whole bunch of crypto.com, Bybit. I saw a lot of cryptocurrency commercials all across the, or logos all across the place. So you are seeing crypto across the world. I think it was in Japan. It was Japan, I think, last Friday. It was really fun to watch. Except for the first lap, somebody, like 2 people crashed. I was like, damn, sucks to be them. Gladiators, oh yeah. Spell token's been doing about as right as everything else right now. As a lower market cap, so be very careful about hopping into it. I've been dollar cost averaging that sucker for a while, and I'm still going to be doing it here for the next few weeks at least. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Putin definitely is KGB, isn't he? How do I? Well, what state allows for the most cryptocurrencies? I am not entirely sure. I mean, honestly, the best way to go about it is to always just get a VPN, but that just breaks, there's so many rules around it. That might be a question worth asking ChatGPT, because honestly, I don't know. I'm in Washington. We're already having more rules here. California is no good. Texas is no good. New York is no good. Maybe Oklahoma, Nevada, something random. Maybe South Dakota, Nebraska, Kentucky, things like that perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. Hey Cal, meme coins are doing more than crying. They're dying. They're dying. Hey Steve, yeah, definitely, yeah, the VPN is definitely out for a lot of people out there. What's a good VPN? There's Atlas VPN that people use a lot. Which VPN do I use? I use ExpressVPN. I don't use it for crypto though. I use mine for more of like streaming stuff. But it's nice. Let's see. I think I am going to use it for crypto though, starting next month. Not so much for streaming stuff, but I want to start doing tutorial videos in each exchange. So like, I have one about how to fair desk tutorial. I want to have a Binance tutorial, a KuCoin tutorial, an OKX tutorial. I think OKX is actually okay here, but I want to have tutorials with all the different exchanges out there, Bybit and stuff like that. So I'm hoping by having a VPN, it'll just let me like maybe not make an account, but just click on stuff and move around, which could be pretty nice. Create a NordVPN, yeah. Looks like a good time to swing trade. So far, it's been nice. You can day trading, swing trading. You really have to have that support level at the uptrend, but if you wanted to go down that path, you definitely could. Prediction and Rambo will not rule the world. Surfshark VPN. Oh, that's interesting. Only crypto large footprint, US and EU. That's actually pretty good news there as well. Let me see. Before I forget anything here, let's go over here to get out of that. Let's go over here. I just want to see if there's any more news out there on the Iran situation. So this is from CNN an hour ago. I must have updated it. So France says the ministry added that families of diplomatic staff in the Iranian capital Tehran will be returned to France, and civil servants will be banned from work missions to those countries and territories. So I feel like shit's getting real right now. Here, hold on. Iran. The West urges China to intervene with Iran amid fears of direct attack on Israel. I can't tell if these are fake or not. Is this true or not? See, there's all these fake things. There's so much spam on here, I can never tell. Well, actually, if it was, you know what? It would be, what would you call it? It'd be ranking up fast, if it really was. If you guys haven't already, check out Adrian Hernandez. He's a horrible baseball umpire, but my God, he made a horrible mistake today. It was just hilarious to watch how bad it actually was. Let's see. U.S. is sending warships to defend Israel. Okay. Let's see. I don't see much here. Travel. Biden doing something. Netherlands, Iran. So I don't see much news, actually, stuff happening right now. If it does, you know, we'll know pretty fast, right? It's just getting real. It's definitely been kind of bad. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that Iran isn't enough to cause World War III, because I doubt Russia would join in the World War III because they're busy with Ukraine, and I bet China wouldn't help out Iran if they had the choice. I'd be like, you know, they can deal with themselves. So I'm hoping that's the case. In New York, many cryptos are not allowed to be purchased. If I may ask my location or change it and might get hassled in the future, I just want to chill, dollar cost average, dip and buy and hold. The best you may be able to find is just crypto.com. You know, crypto.com and Coinbase may be your best bets there, especially if you don't need to use leverage. Those could be good options there. I was asked to speak. Oh, shit, matter. Let's see. Let's see. And hey, Los Kunos, happy to see my man. Yeah, I mean, we'll get it sorted out this weekend, guys. It's just there's a lot of uncertainty right now. It's just not the inflation. It's the fact that there could be a big war, and again, that war has consequences. The easiest way to describe this: if the Middle East goes up in flames because America's bombing everything because Iran started to bomb Israel, that'll be the response. America will start bombing the shit out of Iran. Well, if that happens, oil prices will go up. If oil prices go up, energy prices go up. If energy prices go up, energy inflation goes up. Energy inflation is a large part of the CPI data, which means the CPI data will go up. If the CPI data goes up, that means the dollar index will go up. That means rate cuts will not happen as likely as we thought, and that will lead to the market as a whole coming down, which may in fact lead to one of two things, where we have to stay higher for longer, which is the traditional path, or we have to do a rate hike. And I don't think we would have to do a rate hike for energy inflation, to be frank, but it's going to lead to a lot of pain out there, which again, you know, just makes everything worse. Just too much chaos. Setting my alerts in oil for end of wave boom. Well, what do you call it? Like, so, you know, today oil was kind of fluctuating around. You can see it hit, it was up here, you know, hit a level of resistance from a few days ago, right up there. And we came back down afterwards, don't get me wrong, but oil stocks today, I don't think they did particularly well. Yeah, Pioneer Natural Resources, you can see they went up then down. Still higher than where they were a few days ago, which is nice. Schlumberger didn't do anything crazy today. Kind of depends on the oil itself, you know, where you get the oil. Oxy came down a little bit, but still doing pretty well, you know. You got things like ExxonMobil coming down pretty hard, back down to support levels here. Devon Energy, same type of move. Chevron over here coming down quite a bit, and ConocoPhillips coming down quite a bit as well today. So I don't know what I want to do with these. A lot of this stuff I have specifically for dividends, but any stocks take a really nasty move today. Disney came down a couple percent. Amazon came down a couple percent. Apple came up a little bit today. I'm surprised. I sold a lot of my Apple shares a while ago because Apple just hasn't been performing as much as you would like it to. I'm wondering if I should buy some more up at this level or if I should just leave it alone. I'm kind of thinking of adding a small position, but I don't really think it'd be worth my time. You look at some of the other stuff like a JP Morgan. Look at that. Look at that performance. I know it crashed down today during earnings, but that's earnings. Good performance. Google, good performance. Even just kind of sideways, still good performance. Avgo, good performance. Macy's, okay performance, not great. I guess I don't own any Macy's, but still. MasterCard doing okay. Meta doing great. Microsoft doing great. Apple is like, it's losing a little bit here, guys. I don't know how much longer Apple's going to be able to hold up here, because they have to remember, they have to sell stuff. Apple's back around the same levels, or it was the same levels it was back in October. Back up a little bit longer, you know? Why not at some crazy all-time highs here with Apple? I think people are realizing that Apple isn't the strongest thing. My fear here is, look at Death Cross. Last Death Cross came down. Are we going to have a lot? Is this like the big move down finally? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. There you go. Bitcoin's still holding on pretty well at this point. Okay, Kilo. Feel free to talk about whatever. If I seem like I'm annoyed by anything, guys, it's not you. It's the fact that I haven't had much sleep, and I have to get a little bit of sleep here tonight before I go out. Like literally, it's hard for me to concentrate right now. So I'm like, I wasn't able to stream yesterday because I was already tired enough and kind of busy packing. I want to at least have a talk with you guys a little bit here before I have to get ready to go to bed. Algo has been rocking. Ooh yeah. FOMO on Apple. No, because the Apple fundamentals aren't necessarily good. The only news I've heard about Apple these past few weeks is they want to put a new chip into their computers. That's about it. And they've been losing market share in China, which has had me much more alarmed. That's the main reason I've started to sell. I started to sell my Apple a few months. No, this is a while ago. Oh my God, that's like a year ago. Jeez. One of the reasons I started to sell my Apple. Binance could be glitching here. I might have missed something, but we could be making a double top right here. I got a wick to 69,000 on TradingView. Oh, it's on Bitcoin to USD up here. Oh, Bitcoin USD, I have it. I don't have it on Bitcoin to Tether, but yes. Let's go over here to the 1 second chart. Boom. So somebody probably just bought up a shit ton of Bitcoin right now. Probably wanted to buy a dip and they got it. It ran up to $69,100. There we are. Apple went and bought an AI company. Oh, that could be pretty interesting too. Hopefully they know how to use it, like Microsoft with OpenAI. I don't have any CRPT or BITO. I might have to look into them though, but I don't know what those are. STX is looking pretty good. Matrix glitch. And then Mulsecker. Oh yeah, 420 is coming up here pretty fast. Plus we have the halving and stuff like that. Lowski. I know. I'll be mad. I can't get to sleep with Loki tonight. He won't be in my room with me. He'll be living it up with his girlfriend. Let's see right there. Hey, B-Way, happy to see you, my man. Get rest, Mike. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, I'll get rest in a few minutes here. Where's the cigar? No, I gotta fly out in the morning here. I'm flying out in just a few hours to Las Vegas, so I don't want to smell like cigar. Right now I smell like a little bit of cologne, I think it is. Some Mont Black or something. And cucumbers for my facial stuff that I put on my face to keep it hydrated. Yeah. No glitches, market manipulation. I mean, I hope it's some manipulation to the upside because, you know, somebody probably got liquidated right there. There we are. Oh, let me see very fast. Should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin's going up. Okay, yeah, I am going to call it a day here, guys. I am actually beat. My eyes are about to start crying here from lack of sleep, and I probably should just get a few hours of sleep before I go out there, because if I don't get enough sleep, I'm going to be just like sleeping on the plane, and I like to drink on the plane, so I'd rather drink on the plane than sleep on the plane. Personal preference, I guess. But overall, what you guys are waiting for is for Bitcoin to hit somewhere between 68,500 all the way up here to 69,500. You're looking for that $1,000 range. If you guys want to trade that, awesome. But again, you're looking at lower highs here. So, you know, unless something crazy happens, don't expect it to go launching up here towards all-time highs at $74,000. Just wait for it to relax a little bit, okay? What I'm about to do here very fast, though. There we go. Okay. But I'll see you guys a little bit later. We're ultimately still at the same levels we were back in March. It looks okay right now. We've been down here before and we've managed to pile our way back up. At this point in time, Bitcoin is still bearish, unfortunately. We're still consolidating. Bitcoin has the opportunity to go back up. The big wild card here, guys. And remember, after I get to Vegas tomorrow, I'll be streaming with you guys, or not streaming, but I'll be recording myself on my phone and talking with you guys. Understand, if Iran starts to invade Israel, it's going to cause the market to just dump, okay? So just be aware that that's a potential volatility that you guys just have to account for that perceived volatility, okay? Be very, very careful with it, and I'll see you guys a little bit later, and I'll send you guys over to my news stream that I just set up here so you guys can check it out. This is going to be the 4-hour buy-sell signal chart, and hopefully it works out pretty well. But anyway, let me move right here because I'm tired. I don't want you guys to see my eyes. No, my eyes aren't too red. No, green. Contacts are helping me out a little bit. See you guys tomorrow. I'll make some videos out here pretty soon, and I'm hoping to have like 10 to 15 minute update videos for you guys daily while I'm in Vegas, and maybe I'll have some fun shots of me just walking down the strip or something like that. As long as somebody doesn't try to steal my phone, then I gotta start